Hey guys, welcome to Crown Chat. My name's Mark. I have Damien Berwick to my left, and we have Bubba just across from Damien. Bubba, how you going?
Yeah, very well, thanks, mate. It's a pleasure to be on here.
So first of all, why do they call you Bubba? Is it a Forrest Gump reference?
It is actually, yeah.
Is it really? I thought it was a Bad Boy Bubby.
No, it's not Bad Boy Bubby, no.
Because you don't have big lips, so it's not because of that.
No, I've got them though.
Yeah.
But, it's, from Forrest Gump. There was a little kid across the road that was, he got nicknamed Forrest, and I was his best friend. I used to pick him up from the bus stop when I had my licence, and they called him Forrest, and I got nicknamed Bubba.
Wow.
There you go. We hit the nail on the head.
That's weird though.
Yeah,
so it's really... Because you obviously don't look like him.
No, exactly.
You weren't in Vietnam.
Mark obviously did his research on Bubba. He must have Googled Bubba before you come on, and that was the...
No, I just wanted to know why they... I knew it wasn't his Christian name.
Yes. And it was originally just a family. Then when I moved down here, my brother yelled it out once at training, and it just stuck.
That's weird. It's funny because I went to a school, like all of us did, and there was a guy in my year, everyone called him Petey. And he's from Merriweather, you might know him. And then in like year 12, they're like, Petey's not his real name. I said, what is it? They said, Mitch. I said, okay, why do they call him Petey? And they said, we were in the surf one day, and this guy's like, oi, Petey. And Mitch turned around, he's like, oh, no, you're not Petey.
And that's it.
And I was like, that's the shittest nickname origin story I've ever fucking heard. Well, but yours is
All right, so before like Bubba's, he does rugby union stuff around Newcastle. No, he's like a bigwig.
You're a big deal in the rugby union.
Big coach, man. Everyone knows Bubba. Everyone's probably had a fight with Bubba. Everyone's kicked Bubba out of their pubs.
I haven't.
You haven't?
We don't kick anyone out here.
No, that's what I said to him coming up the stairs. I said, come here next time.
Never been kicked out of the Crown.
We told the guards at other pubs, when you kick people out, let them know who they are, who they are, so we don't let them in. But secretly, we message them and say, come here.
Come down here. Yeah, sweet.
We need the business. You can do whatever you want.
But yeah, so for those rugby union fans in Newcastle of the local comp, it was shut down last year, Bubba, yeah?
Yeah, COVID obviously hit, and it just was going to cost, I think the local clubs voted it was too much running costs to run the competition because, they're all amateur clubs, and we only make our money off the crowd and beer sales, and that was always going to be down with limited crowds. So
can you tell us a little bit about COVID? What is it?
Not real sure. The Wang Fu virus or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So is it still? So what happened? Do you guys, the wildfires still ran?
Yeah. Then we got a late invitation by the Shoot Shield competition to put a Newcastle team in there,
which is the Sydney comp. Yeah, that's like one below Super. It's a good comp. Yeah, one below the Super
it's
Rugby.
Probably the best club comp in Australia.
Yeah.
And a lot of the Super Rugby players feed out of the Shoot Shield into Super Rugby contracts. So. Yeah, it was a really big step up. We only had 4 weeks to prep, and the boys put in a good effort, but we're well off the pace, but we competed at most games.
Yeah, cool. So what's happening this year then? Is it still shut down, or is local union back on, or?
Nah, she's all go ahead really. All the local comps back on.
I heard uni rugby are probably the biggest threat this year.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
and they're gonna fucking smash everyone.
Is that serious?
I'm not sure, mate.
Nah.
Crown Anchor sponsors uni rugby. And they told us they're going to fucking smash everyone.
Right.
So they got these really good international players from China.
And they're all staying free here at the Crown.
Sweet. Yeah, perfect.
Who's the best in the game in the local league?
Best player or best club?
Best player.
Oh, I don't know, to be honest. I'm obviously always biased. I watch a lot of Ball Hamilton players, but... Carl Manu's definitely a good player. Steve Lamont wears his heart on his sleeve and he always rips in. He's been around for many years.
Are these both Hawks boys?
Nah, Carl Manu's was Waratah, Maitland and Uni.
Was that inside centre?
Yeah. He's won the Anderson medal a few times.
Yeah.
Ben Ham's very hard and aggressive. He plays with a lot of aggression. And
Does Hayden Peterson still play?
Nah, Hayden Pearson's broke down now. His knees and everything's gone.
He was good though, wasn't he, back in his day?
Yeah, he was way too good for this competition when he first got here.
He said that to me.
So what's happening? So where are you coaching at? Because you're at the Hawks for ages. You took them 5, Pete, yeah?
Yeah, I've done, I think, the last 12 years at the Hawks. And we've won a few comps. We've been quite lucky. Now I've put my hand up to do the wildfires for this year, and we're back in the Shoot Shield and been accepted, and we're working out the logistics with the local clubs now, how that's going to work with player swapping and whatnot, but that's a work in progress. And yeah, I think tonight we trained tonight, and it was really bad weather, and we had 32 local players there ripping in this time of year, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Part of our criteria from the local clubs, we've had to recruit 15 to 20 new players to the area, and we've done that. So they all...
And where are those guys from?
A bit of Melbourne, Brisbane,
shit.
New Zealand.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's all over the place. Or mainly, New Zealand, Brisbane, and...
So rugby's
couple
pretty
from
big in
Perth.
New Zealand.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a bit of that. I think it's their livelihood.
Yeah.
So you're probably the most successful coach that's come out of Newcastle, then you reckon, or what's going on?
I've got no idea. I've just had good players.
Just had good players. Well, I was going to say because you're a shit player, so it shows that all the shit players can go to a.
I know what to do, what not to do.
Yeah, you just teach them what not to do.
Yeah, that's right.
So when people ask me for business advice, I say,
do what I'm not doing.
you off your fucking head.
Yeah, for sure. So when is there any standout team this year in the comp? I mean, it's early stages, in the local comp.
Yeah, I believe Wanderers will be very strong. They've got a few of their older boys.
Is that who Billy plays for?
Yeah, Billy Coffey plays for them.
Sorry, I won't bet on him, but
You have.
I have.
Yeah,
I have.
yeah.
The
You
reason
can't apologise for doing it while you're doing it.
The reason I got Bubba on, right, because he was like, I can't come next week, yada, yada, yada. The final text I sent to him was like, mate, we need to get someone on to talk about rugby. If you don't, I'm going to get Billy Coffey on.
Oh.
He sent me back a message.
And they were fighting words.
He's like, right, I'll come in next week.
Because, I got told Billy runs a Newcastle Rugby show, not you.
He does.
And he's responsible for player development and...
He's actually doing a lot of good work out of Pinpoint there. I must give him credit there. They have come on as a sponsor partner of the Wildfires, and all our guys are training out of there, and it's definitely an awesome facility. But
They've asked to sponsor us here, but I just haven't...
They said it'd be too much hard work, I think.
I can see you two in the gym.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
Jim's Milky Bar.
We did, what's the thing where they weigh and measure and all that shit? I don't know. They do it where they do all your fucking body fat and blah, blah, blah.
Did you break the machine?
No, they just said too much work,
That's
mate.
not that.
So I think
We don't have a wide lens camera.
they're going to sponsor Kalen Ponga's podcast instead, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so good for Pinpoint.
Yeah,
but before I
beer
forget,
too.
we've got
there you go.
we're
beer.
drinking Goosey. Well, I'm not because I don't drink beer, but the boys are all drinking Goosey, KP's new beer, and we've got Croc on board as a sponsor, who's never played a game of rugby in his life. I don't know is rugby big in the Philippines?
Massive. Oh, no, it is. Sevens. Sevens is massive over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know why he didn't play. Missed opportunity, Croc.
Yeah, well, seriously, I've got a story about it.
So Croc has can you zoom or do I have to lift?
Look at that.
Oh.
You need to hold it up.
Fuck, here we go.
Frame.
Yeah, we should have got someone else to do this. So Croc's got a marinade that he does. He's also got a hot sauce that he just brought out. So we'll put Croc's website in the link if you want to order any of that. And he's also a pretty good musician. Yeah.
Enough about Croc.
Croc wanted to see if Bubba would try his hot sauce.
Are you on try?
Because he said
Is it
Billy
hot?
tried it and said it ain't shit.
Really?
So
I'm not a hot sauce. I'm not a hot man.
You don't want to try it?
I like
you
crap.
have to
Yeah,
try
how
it,
is it?
Crocky.
Oh, that's
You get to keep these too.
Oh, no.
The last guest didn't want them, so.
Really?
It was Croc. He's been trying to offload it for so long.
How hot is this?
I don't know. I haven't
Don't put a fair amount on it.
no, don't
Fuck
go
me
too
dead.
nuts.
I'm going to kill him.
You won't.
Oh, this could be dangerous.
I'll try it.
How hot is it? He said it's not that hot.
Nah, it's not hot.
But it's a good and tasty hot sauce.
It's pretty hot.
Said it. Oh, it's pretty hot. Pretty hot. Well, lucky you got a goosey to wash it down.
Thanks, Kayla.
Kayla?
Who's Kayla?
No.
So Croc does the sauce. Kaylin does the beer. Yeah. So there's your plug, Croc.
Wanderers are a standout, then you reckon?
Yeah, I believe Wanderers will be strong this year. Merriweather, they've got a good coaching staff together, and they're really performing quite well in the pre-season. Not that that's anything, but they're getting really good numbers. Maitland have gone back to the... Oh, that's hot. They've gone back to the old and got a couple of old boys back in there, and yeah, they're building momentum as well. Singleton, they'll jump a lot this year. They've got an abattoir up there that's brought out a lot of the Fijians for visas and got them work in the abattoir, so they've got a lot of new players.
Right. How long's... I feel when I was playing, like everyone remembers when I was playing.
No, they don't. I used to live when you. I used to live with him when he played.
That was the, like.
Did you ever turn up sober?
No, he was shit.
No, I didn't. But
He's about as good as rugby player as he is a litter.
I still remember a good call from Smalesy one day when we were playing over at Carlton. I had such a big night the night before, and I went off in the second half because I was just too smacked. And one of the boys yelled from the side, like, "Why are you pulling Sanchez off?" And Smalesy yelled back, "Because his pinger wore off." Well, it's possible.
But that was the old Damien, and we don't endorse drug use during, before, after, or at any time.
I'm not sure what it's all about.
But yeah, so what I was getting at is how long have, like, it seems like now that there's heaps of players coming over from Fiji and all that sort of business, but back in the day there wasn't, or was there, and we just weren't aware?
There's always definitely been players coming over. New Zealand's obviously our biggest import because they can come over and get the dole and everything as well. So it's been our biggest import. But yeah, there's obviously with Singleton, they're struggling to fill their positions in the abattoir, so the government give them special grants to do these visas, and it's obviously really good for them as well because they can get they can spend some money and earn some money and send it back to their families and stuff.
Yeah, cool. I reckon, like you said, we're a bit biased on Hawks because I was once again a Hawks player. How upset were you when I retired from the Hawks?
Oh, it was devastating. It was a massive hole to fill. Nearly every Saturday night, we spent another probably 3 hours looking. Sanchez wasn't there.
Yeah, and Sanchez, yeah, that's right. But no, so when I was there, we were always...
Did you get bashed when you played by Mark Tafulla?
No, that was Galty. That was hectic.
Yeah,
that was like bad. That's when Mayfield East was scary to go over and play.
We used to sponsor Mayfield East.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but that wasn't nothing like back in the day. That
What,
was...
you calling them pussies now? I wouldn't.
Yeah. Depends. Yeah.
The cops actually came and told us not to sponsor them again.
Yeah, man. Well,
yeah, and the funny thing is, not one player ever had a fight here, or an argument, a push and shove, nothing. But every fight was their missus's bashing them. Oh. And the cops were like, this can't keep going on.
Yeah,
so we're like, we've got to part ways. But we sponsored for 2 years, and it was amazing. Yeah. Great blokes. Loved it when they bashed Galty.
Oh man, that was hectic.
I want to bash him back in the day. He used to get all the women.
But then, I think he was 19 or something. He was playing.
He was only young, but he come off the bench. You're on the field.
Yeah, and he was being cheeky.
Yeah. He definitely deserved the choke that he got. He was lipping off.
A little out of Mark's weight division.
Oh, he's definitely lucky Mark didn't go full ball. Like Mark actually only just grabbed him and choked him out, and then.
But he was very apologetic after that at Fanny's every week for about 2 years.
He's the nicest man in the world.
He is. Mark actually hunted me down and asked for the bloke's number and whatnot and wanted to apologise.
Was it 4927? Home number. Home number back in the day.
Just gave him Dylan's parents' home link.
Yeah. That's right. But no, the Hawks. Once again, when I was there, we were sitting about 5th or 6th all the time. It was never a big club. And then when you started coaching, it sort of, I don't know, did you have to build it for a while? You said you were there for 12 years coaching, yeah?
Yeah, it's definitely, it's nothing that can be done straight away. It's all about culture and, the players have got to play for each other. If they're not digging in for each other, it's just not going to happen. Obviously, the coach has little, but honestly, it's all the players. We had a good roster. We had some really good players coming through. We prided ourselves on a family club, and also one other big thing I'm a big believer on is a no dickhead policy. So that's why you
get rid of this quick.
It really, we skyrocketed up the ladder once you
when I left. So
in all aspects. New sponsors coming on board. McDonald's reached out.
There's not as many police parked in the car park.
Well, that was another question I was going to ask: is why did so many coppers play at the club, and did any of them get you have any shit?
Definitely not. No, they never did any favours for me.
Right.
But no, it was just predominantly it's just because obviously Peter Martin played there. It was his club, and he was pretty high up in the police. And we did have a lot of detectives playing for us during those.
See, I didn't know. I wouldn't have went there, but they were all undercover.
Yeah, exactly. But they were all good blokes. They enjoyed a beer and had a good time, and they trained and played hard, so it was all good.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Did you?
So, what do you regret most about your 12 years there? Be like the whole 12 years, or
Yeah. Regret. I probably don't have too many regrets, to be honest.
would it be letting scallywags like Damien play?
Yeah, it's probably.
You know what? You know what he reminds me of, and no offense to any of them, but the rugby league players that just want to jump in the boxing ring for a main event. It's like, hey, I got nothing to do. I'll take $100,000. Some boxer's been training his entire life and will never get a main event. Damien's like, hey, I'm going to go play for Hamilton Hawks on the weekend. I'm like,
But we were shit.
you don't know what rugby is. He's like, no, while I was litting, this dude told me about it. And it sounds sick.
And it did. And it did.
He ran off Meso's.
Meso was good,
all
though.
the time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Meso
yeah.
accidentally punched me in the face once outside the Sunnyside. Remember that?
It wasn't an accident, mate.
It was like, just let's box, but he was huge back then.
Probably my biggest regret was I just never used. I isolated myself from the players and didn't actually partake in parties and socialising with him. I took it too serious. That's probably
When
my
was
biggest
that?
regret.
When you were coaching?
Yeah.
Because when you were playing, like I was playing Colts or 18s or something, and we'd all go out and get.
Yeah, no, I was just joking. I pretty well all the time.
Yeah, good job.
Right over Beric's head. Beric's normally the joker.
Yeah, I'm usually the joker. Usually the joker.
Bubba, we were always at Fanny's. What do you mean?
We weren't at
Was
Fanny's.
this when I left? Fucking Margaret Simpson.
We're at Frosties. We're at Frosties.
Frosties, good old Frosties. What was your favourite nightclub back in the day when we were all pumping?
I did enjoy Frosties. I had my 30th here at Frosties, actually.
Yep.
Wow.
We hired up the upstairs part and had a massive 30th here that ended up in all sorts.
Beric
Probably.
invited?
I was there.
Yeah, he was there. He was hanging in the background there somewhere.
I remember actually we were walking across from the library when we lived at Dawson Street. And we used to go there and use their free internet. He told me, he goes, I'm going to a 30th tonight. And I was like, a fucking 30th?
So old.
He's like, yeah. I said, what do those cunts even bother having parties at
that's
that
right.
age? And I
They belong in the
always think
museum.
about that now at 35 going,
Yeah.
it could have even
It would have been Bubba's.
It would have been Bubba's. I remember we were walking across the pedestrian crossing.
Yeah.
I was like, 30-year-olds still go out in town? I fucking couldn't believe it.
I was a late bloomer.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I think we got the best of it. Youngins today will never know what Newey was like. And it was the wild, wild west.
Good.
Definitely.
Probably good for him.
Yeah, good for them, good for
I
brain
used to hang
cells.
around King Street late at night as well, and Ben Jewsom used to sneak
Juicer.
me in the back door.
Yeah,
every
that's
time
right.
I got kicked out.
Yeah.
So he was always good for me.
Yeah.
Juice's good. We've had him on the show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was a hit.
Yeah, he
Him
was.
and Charlie used to always get me back in as well. Them two were good on the door.
Yeah, right,
Charlie's
yeah.
a funny one.
Yeah, they were. They were for sure.
No, we've been working with them since we've owned the pub now, so since 2013.
You should see the amount owing on the holistic bloody.
Oh, well, we'll give them a massive credit. They are probably the two best bouncers I've ever come across.
Definitely.
Like,
Well, they're two of the very few that never need to fucking throw their
Exactly.
hands,
Yeah, they'll
which is
always-
what makes a good bouncer.
100%. They'll always talk a person, and I was probably one of the biggest dickheads, but they'd come up in a nice way and look, mate, look what you're doing, right? Or they'd explain it to you, and you just look at yourself and go, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have I done?
I've only seen
Yeah,
Charles
yeah.
snap once, and when he did, everyone got in their cars.
Exactly.
Because they were all walking down to fight down on near the old KFC here.
Yeah,
and we're
right.
following him going, come on. And then eventually he wanted to get home. It was 4 a.m. and he's like,
Yep.
that's it. Everyone, fuck off. I'm done being nice. And everyone got in the cars, taxis.
Yeah.
It's like, should have just done that in the beginning, you big cunt.
Did you ever have any in your playing career any beef with anyone in particular at any club that you just go up against and just go, hate this bloke?
Not really. I never had too much beef. I was always probably too nice.
Oh, I don't,
beef,
yeah.
There was one bloke towards the end of my career, Mick Gill, just would not shut up.
Where was he from?
He's from Merriweather. He was an old South rugby league player. Can
Yeah.
play, good player, very skillful, but had a mouth on him. Yeah, a lot of respect for him off the field, but on the field, fuck.
Hated him? Did you
I
get
just
any
didn't-
punch-ons?
No, not really. No, we never actually had any punch-ons. A lot of slinging matches.
Yeah.
Probably the only player I really wanted to punch most of the time would have been Damien Wells, and
Oh.
he's my own player.
Yeah, fair cool.
Yeah.
And so have you seen old mate now, Gil, you just have a beer and whatnot?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yep.
I'm sure anyone that's come up against Gilly in any way of any sport, whether it's cricket, soccer, footy, or whatever, he's just got the gift of the gab and just does not shut up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, one of those. Was Mobby one of those guys on your team?
Yeah. Me and Mobby, yeah. We've also had our run-ins as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
right.
fights, just
No.
arguments and whatnot. But
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. Did so where did you grow up? You went from Newcastle, were you?
No, I was born in Blacktown, moved to Southwest Rocks as a young fella up in the mid-north coast, and I grew up there till I was 19. Then moved to Newcastle to play with the Wildfires back in the day
Right.
in '96.
Yeah.
So is that what brought you back to them now? Because they were your
Yeah, definitely. I got a lot
bit of nostalgia.
I've got a lot of passion for it, but yeah, I just believe, like more so now, it's like on average we're losing 10 to 15 kids a year to Sydney because they just want to better themselves and play better, higher standard. And
You got the boarding schools would be
exactly, yeah.
a big draw card, wouldn't it?
Yeah, then they all go down there for that. And
Greg's and my dad. I think my dad went to Greg's.
yeah,
Is that
It's out
Zumpty
west,
Wump?
isn't it?
St Greg's, yeah.
Is that Zumpty Wump, de Wump?
Someone Mo went to. Where'd Mo go?
Yeah, that's Zumpty Wump. Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully with this new program with the Wildfires going again, kids can stay here and yeah, definitely reach their potential.
Yeah, for sure. So how do you feel your squad's looking this year then with your imports?
Yeah, definitely good. We'll be, it's hard to say what the other teams are doing, but we're definitely twice as good as we were last year. So
Yeah.
last year we finished third last, so there's only one way to go, is up.
Yeah.
Second last.
Yeah, exactly. There's two ways. But yeah, I believe we're a really strong chance of making the semis. Like we've got two of the signings. Leon Fuka. He played the last World Cup for Tonga in the halfback, so he's a star on his own.
Yeah.
And Henry Stowers, he played with Western Force last year.
Right.
So,
yeah, cool.
massive signings, and they're not coming here for retirement either. They're coming here to try and get into the Super Rugby on the East Coast. So yeah, they're going to be really good assets for the team.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So are those guys? Is that like professional, or is it they get?
No, they'll get their flights, and we'll help them find accommodation, get them jobs, and then
We
they'll
rent
go
out
to
rooms
free.
here.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I just seen that.
He's
on the
seen
way
that.
out.
Yeah, he said that when he was walking up.
Yeah, we
I
had
heard you're
two
sponsoring.
English dudes. We'll sponsor another club.
Yeah.
As long as you don't fuck with our uni boys, because some of them are trying to be lawyers, so they'll be very litigious. You'll have your new Tongan superstar getting deported. But no, we had two English lads stay. Well, it wasn't 2020. It must have been 2019.
Ages ago, they played at Carlton, didn't they?
Carlton, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Big
Carlton props.
Dave
Yeah,
and
the blonde haired
Dave
prop.
the ginger, and I can't remember the other dude's name, but he apparently he got in a scrap with Kevill.
Oh yeah, right.
All right. That's unusual.
I heard many different stories. I said, "Oh, did you get in a scrap with Kevill?" He goes, "All right." How'd you go? He's like, "I beat his pussy ass."
Is he back in England now?
Yeah, he's back in England.
Right.
so-
He probably said it on the way out.
I'd definitely beg to differ.
and I said, "Oh, that's not what I heard." He's like, "Man, I beat his pussy ass."
That's an American accent.
Yeah, I know. I've been bagging out that American all weekend. Remember?
Oh yeah, I do remember.
So he was like, "Oh mate, I beat his pussy ass," and I was like,
that sounds very like adult filmish. That what he said.
Anyway, so I was like, "Well, we'll message Kevill and get him in one night."
Then he left.
And I asked other people, and they said he definitely didn't beat his ass.
Is Cavill playing this year? Or is he done?
I'm not sure. I think he might be back for Wanderers. They're getting a lot of their older guys back and building on that culture they had a couple of years ago. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he plays again. That's for sure.
Yeah. So the first GF that you won on the 5, Pete, were you up there as favourites, or was it a bit of an underdogger, or what was the?
No, I think that was 2015. I think we were minor premiers and.
Oh, right.
through,
So he's looking the goods.
Yeah. It was pretty. We had a lot of tassels between us and Wanderers really in grand finals. And I think it was 2017 maybe. We played Maitland. Other than that, it's always been Wanderers.
Wanderers, Hawks. Yeah. And he's got him every time.
Yeah, luckily.
Take that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would have got him by more if I was there. And I do turn it, and mate, I'd turn up like big Hawk supporter. Actually, I should be a life member to tell you the truth. But I turn up every grand final with my Hawks jersey on. I was going to wear it tonight. Blue and yellow stripe, number 21 on the back, the position I'd play. So
Position number 21.
best one on the field, mate. It's sixth sub.
Yeah, we had a barbie at yours once, and then walked down to the game.
Yeah.
I think it was something to do with your kids. wet the baby's head or something, and then we doubled it with a Hawks game. And
Yeah, it all worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
And then the Hawks won. It was just like perfect. I was just
Barry's world.
Everyone, Bubba was giving.
Like, what's better, this day or your son's being born? He's like, oh, I don't know.
And then
Tough one.
and I was like, wait for the speech that Bubba gives, and he's like, I just want to thank that guy over there with the mustache. Helped me get here.
Scott's mustache nearly got us bashed by a bunch of rugby people. Or rugby league people, actually, they were.
Yeah.
Not rugby union.
Yeah,
He's got to get rid of it.
I've had it forever, mate. That's
Yeah,
why
it causes-
I'm Sanchez at the Hawks.
It causes,
That's
it causes drama.
that's
Well, we don't go out anymore, but it used to cause drama.
yeah, right. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
fucking pain in the ass.
Is Club Bubba still open?
No, it's been shut for a few renovations now and hasn't reopened.
Oh shit, due to COVID.
Yeah, due to COVID, 2 kids and a wife.
Fair enough. We'll get
How
rid
old
of
are
them.
your kids?
I've got an 8-year-old daughter, Sophia, and a 5-year-old boy, James.
And will you be giving him a nudge into rugby?
I'll let him play what he wants, but he's definitely going to be playing some kind of contact sport.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a buffhead, that's for sure. I think he's going to sign up with South this year, the junior league club. A couple of his mates from daycare play that, so he wants to have a run at that.
There you go.
My neighbour used to coach him,
Oh, yeah.
but he just got a promotion to the Knights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah, don't name drop.
Yeah, he name drop everyone, mate.
Live near Andrew Ryan. He played for
I heard
Bulldogs
him talking
Australia.
about you.
Yeah, he would. He called. I think he doesn't know me as Mark. He knows me as the queer cunt across the road.
Noisy one.
Nah, he's funny. His kids are at our house 24/7. They don't even knock on the door anymore. They just fucking come over. His mum rang the other day and said, "Stop fucking annoying Cheggers and get home." He's like, "We're watching South Park." And he's 8. I was like, "Don't tell her that." We're still waiting to get Bobcat on here.
Yeah,
But,
hasn't come on yet.
No, we spoke about it. He got a bit of a tighter schedule now, so we'll just tee it up now.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of break over Chrissy, and we're looking forward to having that on. I'm sure he's got some good stories to
Yeah,
tell.
he'd be a really good one. I had one night on the drink with him out at Parks. One night he went out and spoke at my brother's pub for a
Is that where the
sports-
dish is?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He spoke at a sportsman's lunch out there, and he was awesome. He was really good.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. So,
Yes.
when's the comp kick off? Does the wildfires kick off before the?
Yeah, we kick off I think 1 week before the local comp. We kick off on the 10th of April.
Yeah, and you still got me number.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
if
been
I
ringing
need
you.
to. Yeah,
Trying to
and
get you to train it.
does Crilly still have me boots?
Yeah, I think he has. I think he
Did
wants
you
to-
do mascots and shit at that level? No, he
We're
reminds
trying
me.
to get him there for half time.
He'd be like that mascot. Remember the early Simpsons episodes where Homer's a mascot at Capital City?
They throw stuff at it.
Yeah, that'd be very. He moves his whole family there to be the mascot.
That'd be I can do that. move to the what? Where's the move to Cooks Hill
Yeah.
to be the mascot?
You just got evicted from Cook.
I did get evicted from Cooks Hill.
Oh.
Fucking tough, man.
Yeah, we'll play out of number 2, our home games, which is a great facility, and obviously we're sharing that with Wanderers. It's predominantly their field, and when they're away, we're at home, so it works out pretty
And
well.
what pub sponsors is?
I'm pretty sure it might be the Hunt Hospitality. They're one of our sponsors.
Who are they? Is that the?
Oh, they only own like 20 pubs.
Yeah.
Hunt Hospitality, the Kent.
Ah.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Kentaroo.
Yeah.
Well, if there's any dramas,
Yeah, if they run out of money or something.
yeah, if they run out of money, I think they only make 10 zillion a week on their pokies. So, yeah, right, Hunt Hospitality.
Hunt Hospitality, yeah. They're
How much
one of
they
our
give you?
sponsors. Fair bit, I believe. I'm not sure. I'm
Yeah,
not up to that.
Yeah, true.
So, who's your prediction to win the comp this year, other than the Hawks?
In local comp,
comp.
Didn't he already say that?
Wanderers.
Nah, Wanderers.
Wanderers.
No, he said they're looking good, mate.
Yeah, I said they're looking good.
Same thing.
Definitely, I'd pick Wanderers this
You're not going to be like, Wanderers are looking good, but this team will beat them.
Yeah.
Well, you would do that if you wanted to look cool.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
You can tell that's
Which
what
is Bubba's.
you can tell that's what Bubba's all
yeah,
about.
That's right.
I'm a very cool cat.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, dress
exactly
to
right.
impress, haircut and shave before the podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
exactly.
Wet pants.
Myself, I got nervous.
Yeah, perfect.
So Wanderers, you reckon? Can you bet on it?
I don't think so. Local comp, you can't.
I'll take your money.
I had a bet on the
Shoot,
soccer, the local soccer last year,
Yeah.
because my mates guaranteed me that Maitland were a lock. And they lost.
No, lost.
Yeah, fucking not as bad as the Masterchef scam, but anyway.
What happened on Masterchef?
Fuck me. My mate's missus's sister. No, my mate's missus's boyfriend.
Oh yeah, I know him.
His missus was on it, and she won. So he rang me and he's like, "Oh, fucking, my missus's sister's my missus's brother's girlfriend won MasterChef, and no one knows yet, and you can still bet on it. So don't tell anyone." And I've told everyone, but don't tell anyone, and you can bet on it. It's paying $6.50. And I was like, all right. So I told 2 people. I was like, look, my mate, it's Mrs. Brother's girlfriend, won MasterChef, and no one knows. And they told everyone. And then there were other scams going around. And yeah, no, she didn't win. Apparently, they film alternate endings.
Oh, no.
And everyone I know
It's
lost
like a Goosebumps choose your own ending.
Yeah.
Funniest thing is, I referred my mate Bryce Jones to do a plastering job at Rafe's house. And Rafe was one of the few people I told about the tip. And we're all thinking we're suave cunts, you know, getting one on the betting agencies. Like, you know, you're at the TAB in the pub with your hat down like this and shit, putting your money in.
Took your chef's jackets off before you walked in.
Threw them
So Bryce
clothes
goes
out.
to Rafe's house, never met him before, does this job. And then Rafe goes, look, I shouldn't tell you, but I'll give you this tip. And he says, oh, because of the tip, don't worry about paying me. And Bryce goes home and puts $2,000 on it.
Oh, no.
And yeah, that was an expensive job for him. And my anxiety was so high that night of the grand final. It was a Monday or Sunday night at 8 p.m. So I popped a few sleeping tablets and I woke up at 1 a.m. to like 40 messages. One of my mates had made a group chat with all of them that had betted on it, and it was just abuse.
Oh, I could
Like,
imagine.
dog
They would have been
cunt,
happy.
dog cunt. And it went on. And yeah, apparently it's a thing that they do, and they did it the year before as well. And I thought it was just our group, but it was nationwide.
So you got any tips, Mark?
No, I don't have any tips. Just don't gamble. Don't gamble. And
Be good to your mother.
yeah, just fucking like it was that big. Batuta did an article about it.
Right.
That's how big the scam was. Yeah, and apparently they do multiple
Endings.
alternate endings.
And then they pick the winner off who's going to lose the most money.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, who's
Well,
paying the
because
most?
the chick, the favourite was $1.30, and we're putting this money on at $6.50, and it wasn't moving.
Yeah.
And we're like, what's going on here? And it just didn't move. It stayed at 650. And normally when all this money floods in, like I know one guy put 4K on it, and it didn't move from 650. So yeah, it was a rough night.
They scammed you.
Yeah, they scammed the nation
That was
apparently. So yeah, that was unfortunate.
Damn
I don't
story.
know how we got onto MasterChef, but it's something to do with gambling.
Rugby's pretty boring.
Yeah, just for anyone, they're going to do it again this year. Don't fucking listen to anyone that says, oh, they filmed the ending and you can still bet on it, because there's a reason they're high-paid TV executives and we're not. They're smarter than us. But yeah, it was funny, the amount of people going into pubs with like a fucking bandana on and fake mustache, putting the bet on.
And the glasses.
Thinking they're ripping off the TAB. TAB's just sitting back laughing. Going, these dumb cunts keep betting on her. And yeah, it was an expensive lesson. But anyway,
Well, there you go.
Yes.
Grumbles.
There you go. You got anything to add about this year's season, Bubba, before we wrap it up?
Mate, not really.
You need any recruits or anything?
No, we definitely would never turn anyone away. Anyone wants to
good.
come down and have a crack, more than welcome.
Is the team picked for the Wildfires?
No, definitely not. No, we'll have trials. We have a trial on the 20th of March and the 27th of March. We won't look at making any cuts till then.
Is there any age restrictions?
No, there's under 19s is our Colt. Sorry, under 20s is our Colts. And then it's from 20s up is opens.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got Marty Lasua played last year again. And he's at Marty Lasua.
Where's he from?
He played with May East, played with Tech Pork back in the day, played with the original Wildfires, and then he played with back at May East.
Right.
I think he's ticking, I'd have to say he's close to 50.
And he's still killing it?
Yeah.
Right.
He's a freak.
Yeah.
He is the real rock.
Right.
You reckon
right.
rugby union is better than rugby league?
I'd find it better, but yeah.
How come?
Culture?
I don't fucking understand it.
Yeah, no, it's
It
definitely.
reminds me of a game of foursome-backs.
Yeah, I can definitely see people think that with the rules and different things, but when you do know all the law, sorry, not rules, the laws. That's how technical it is. But the ball's in play all the time, and like with league, it's obviously 6 tackles, you hand or kick or hand over, whatever. And there's obviously strategy to the league as well. Like I played league till I was 19, so I like both. But now that I've got into rugby, I definitely like rugby a lot more.
Well, who do you go for in rugby league?
The Knights,
And in Origin?
New South Wales.
Ooh, fuck. That's no good, mate. Fuck. Oh, rough.
You've got
rough.
it.
This Pelican.
Fucking rough.
So you grew up in Bathurst and you go for Queensland.
Fuck. It's getting cold in here again.
Oh wow!
Born and raised in Mackay.
Born and raised till when?
Till when?
Till I was 11. So it's fair go.
So you're kicked out of Queensland and still
Yeah.
go for
Yeah,
Queensland.
fair,
And
yeah.
then I went to Bathurst and then Newcastle.
Yeah, right.
It's funny because Mackay had so many good players come out of there. I always tell my parents, if we'd stayed there, I'd probably be playing State of Origin right now. I had Kalen Ponga, Daly Cherry Evans, Ben Barber, Neville Costigan, like so many.
List never ends. And who's coming out of Bathurst? George Rose, and that's it.
Yeah, Georgie boy. He's done well for himself post footy. I'll give him that. But yeah, I just feel like parents ripped me off there a little bit.
I reckon so too.
I never played a game ever, still to this day. But
Oh really?
no, I still feel like if the Mackay water or something,
You can still go up there and give it a crack.
Well, they say Cam Smith's not too old to play.
I seen
and
the
I'm
way you
younger
sprint.
than
I seen the way you sprinted up the stairs.
Walk to the top of the... yeah.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, he forgot the key and then rang the bar staff to run it
Bring him
up.
out. He was too puffed.
I was carrying 3 fucking beers as well.
That's
yeah,
true,
that was
yeah.
heavy,
It was only one beer.
You fucking
big
ass.
beer,
No,
but-
I had just CC.
2 cc's.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, my heart's still pumping.
Yeah, sweet. Alright.
Yeah.
Well, that might...
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
Wrap it up,
Thanks
let's-
heaps for
yeah,
coming on,
yeah,
mate.
thanks,
I learned a lot
Bubba.
about rugby union and
Yeah.
who to look out for and yeah. So you reckon Billy Coppy's not the best player in rugby union?
He was the best player in 2011. He scored the winning try in the grand final.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
That's 9 years
then.
ago.
And Hayden Peterson.
10 years
he's
ago.
not- I only know like 3 rugby league players, so that's why I'm name dropping them. Hayden Peterson, he's out.
Yeah, Hayden Peterson.
And what about Angus? He doesn't play no more.
Angus.
I think it's Brown.
Brown?
No.
He's a youngin'.
Half.
Oh, Angus Harper. No, he's
Half
a
diggity.
yeah.
But
He
he's still
Oh, he's
part
a
of-
physio
he's
man or
still part
something.
of-
No,
No, he
he's-
runs the green room.
he runs the green.
But he's,
still
a,
part of-
he's a fitness man or some shit too.
No,
isn't
he
he?
does
far
all the
from a
video
fitness
analysis.
There you go.
Yeah, he's been with me at the Hawks since.
Yeah, he's still high up
for
there.
12
In,
years.
yeah, because he did have a party here once.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We've had a few here.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But normally after every grand final, when the sunny side shuts,
Yes,
we're lucky
you come
enough.
here because
we're
it's a
lucky
bit
enough.
fucking there.
Yeah.
You're going with the rules.
Yeah, oh, we're good owners and well run.
Yeah. The first part I agree with. All right, we'll let you go, brother.
Yep.
Thank you very much for coming on.
Come on.
Cheers, boys.
Easy.
No
Cheers, mate.
worries.